Right, shall I? Do you want to start?
No, mate, you should start. It's your idea. You should start.
Yeah, true. Actually, welcome to season 2, episode 2.
Yeah.
Of the RMASP.
Back again. How long have we been? 4 weeks.
I think so. Yeah, I'm quite surprised we've got it back again. To be fair, I thought it was.
Were you ready to write it off?
Yeah, I thought it was done and dusted. But
hoped or?
No, I enjoy it. It's nice. It's nice to be back again.
I enjoy it as well.
Nice setting tonight as well.
Lovely. Can't go by without giving that a mention. It's new rules coming. We can't mix indoors. I think your miss is very pleased about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
From your friends. So we are outdoor next to the fire pit on a mild October night.
Yeah, absolutely. It was nice having tea inside there, wasn't it, as a group?
Yes,
and
it was.
To move outside into the fire now is lovely.
Yeah. Especially with when we were coughing before as well. So
yeah.
Around the fire this evening, not just the two of us.
No, we have a third person with us, don't we?
Yeah, a third wheel.
Absolutely. Who are you?
This is when I speak.
Yeah, yeah.
On cue.
I mean, I'll be honest, I press recording and it's got you laughing, so you actually have already been on so far. But yeah,
Just in the
anyway.
background.
I'll be the only time you laugh during this podcast, so gone early.
Very good.
Who are you and where do you come from?
I'm
It's not
Matt
blind
Hayhurst.
Should be. We better evening.
Matt Hayhurst, and I come from Preston, Broughton specifically,
Wow,
hailing the Broughton Amateurs,
very
which is
good.
the football team there.
Good to clarify.
Right, that's too technical for this podcast about
Yeah,
football.
not these listeners won't be from this.
No,
will
no.
not reach Preston. So
You-
any niche
you
Lancashire
never
references
know.
need to get patched.
Put it this way, if Rich Clouds was listening to this on his way home,
And he will be.
He would have turned off by now. He's got to the co-op and he's turned off already.
Yeah.
With that kind of content.
Got to grab him by the and keep him there.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right, round 1. What is it? No, feature 1.
This is better when it flows. You
Yeah,
don't need to
rusty
set
in
it
it.
up.
Rusty, sorry.
Just.
Should we start
I'm going to
again?
interrupt you. I'm not going to apologise. Our guest, Mr. Hayhurst. How do you know? How are you in the? How have you been invited into this?
In the
What's
sphere
your
of this?
Yes.
I was originally invited for an evening of eating meat with friends,
Yeah.
and
Who are the friends?
Don't know.
well, this
They're
is
not turned up.
most of them never turned up,
Yeah.
and that's exactly why you've wrote me into this.
And the answer I was actually asking for is you work with Johnny.
Oh, that's how I
Yeah.
know him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Work is a
Sorry, yeah. Sorry.
stretch.
The beauty of the podcast is we never name drop, so it's up to the listener to kind of like do some spooky research and find out where we work. But I imagine
Yeah, I'm not going to give it away.
the fact is surname and my surname are in it. It's probably quite easy, but
Yeah. Those two
Also,
into
because
Google.
you keep referring to as Mister.
yeah,
There's not many lines of work that happens in.
true.
Is there any others?
Mr. Kensington,
Mr.
That's
Kipling.
from Mr. Kipling, yeah.
I assume all
Yeah, they're always
bakers go
prefixed
from
by
there.
Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. Chatwin. No, just Kipling, I think.
Saying that,
Mr. Motivator off
Mr.
GMTV.
Motivator, yeah.
That's a good shout.
Do you remember?
All exercise staff. Greeting your personal trainers. Good morning, sir.
Oh dear. Right, feature 1. Best thing and worst things happened to you this week.
Okay, I think with the guest should probably start.
Yeah. Matt, are you ready, Matthew?
Yeah, but mine's awful. It's cliche and it's...
Oh, go on.
Well, we're
So-
glad we've got you on then.
So, it was my son's birthday this week.
Ah, I
so,
love
the best thing was watching him unwrap all his presents and be thoroughly disappointed with them all. So,
What did you get him?
it's just lots of little car things.
Nice.
He's very into...
Is he into cars?
He's into tractors very much.
Oh wow.
So we got
28 he's just turned.
Yeah, that's it. He'll be finishing at Reese Heath next week. So yeah, that was my highlight of my week. Just having a nice evening with him before I threw him into his new duvet set, which was
Has that got tractors on?
one of those practical presents that it absolutely has.
Speaking of, just to give a measure of the man that we've got on the podcast tonight, speaking of tractors, one of my favourite stories about you is after a bit of a day session, shall we say, you were just knocking on a random person's door because he had a tractor in the drive just to ask if you take a picture.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to make it look like I'm scouting out to steal the tractor. I want to be very upfront and honest
Yeah.
that
It's a
the
lovely
reason I'm
tractor, isn't
taking
it?
this tractor is because it's absolutely fantastic. It also featured a name of one of our friends.
It's a David Brown, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I couldn't pass
He
up that
won't be listening.
opportunity, but the family in question who were in the house all saw me standing and grinning at this tractor at the end of the drive. So I didn't
Pissing
want
up the side of a tractor.
He's this absolute odd bod at the end of the drive. Eyeing up our tractor, thinking he wants to take a picture. So
You were walking home from the pub, weren't you? Just been sick all over the car park.
I don't know if it was to or from the. I think it was to the pub.
From
but
the
that's
pub.
exact.
Oh.
No, I think it was to the pub from here.
Okay, sorry.
But yeah, that also happened. I sprayed quite, I reckon, easy 6 or 7 feet.
Yeah,
It was impressive,
Some range, yeah.
Remarkable, some may say.
Packed it in.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was the worst thing that happened to you in the summer, but what's the worst thing that's happened to you in this last week?
Oh, this last week.
That was smooth, that.
It was. That was a
Made even smoother by the fact that I brought it up.
transition. I don't really know. Nothing particularly bad's happened this week, so I'm going to say...
Performance of football last Monday?
That was standard for me.
You've got your pick of Friday as well.
It might have been awful to everyone else, but for me that was quite steady. I'd say I was eating tea, I think it was Wednesday night. Again, so extremely bland. It shows my grown-up nature. I've got a cracked filling.
Okay.
And then I was having some lamb chops, a bit of the shard of the bone of the chop got in there, a bit down, and it shifted the filling again, so it just really hurt. So
was it like a full-blooded bite as well? It was you.
yeah,
Oh,
I
they're the
didn't
worst.
expect it to be there.
Yeah.
So I tried to bite through it,
You
and
couldn't
that
pull out just
made
as you were
things worse.
chomping down.
No,
Yeah.
you should never pull out.
No.
Very difficult to pull out.
So that was the worst thing, which is thoroughly unexciting.
That's nice. That's the kind of standard we're looking at there.
Yeah, if you'd listen
good.
to some of the other stories we've come up with, that's interesting.
This might be the
Well,
content people are crying out for, just so that they understand that we are just three very ordinary young-ish men.
I have heard there's been a road accident.
You're young.
I'll be honest, I don't really know both of your ages.
I think after that story, a road accident might be quite likely on the way back
A51?
to... yeah. Falling asleep at the wheel for a black Corsa. Got to be careful, Richard. Stay awake. Stay awake.
Skidded off the road.
He is our
Not
only...
on his tyres, obviously he knows how
Well,
much
absolutely, yeah. Slicks will just stick to the road. Be beautiful.
He is our only guaranteed listener, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got a good period of time where he has to listen. There's nothing else to listen to. I think he's exhaustible material.
Right, moving on to yourself. Best and worst things. We obviously we'll go back to the last podcast for you.
Yes.
You can widen your scope a little bit if need be.
I would say the best thing that's happened to me. I watched a very, very good documentary actually.
Yeah.
I watched the Jordan documentary.
Finally
got around to watching it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, just amazing.
The F1 one, the Jordan documentary.
No, the basketball one. Have you not seen it?
No, I've not seen it.
You've seen it, haven't you, Towers?
Yeah, it's probably... it's probably my second favourite basketball documentary I've seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the first?
Space Jam.
Oh, of course. Absolutely. Yeah,
Featured Jordan as well.
Yeah, that is the most accurate.
That's your favourite joke of 2020.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah. In all seriousness, though, I did finish watching the Jordan documentary.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Very enjoyable. It's actually got me into basketball a bit as well.
Yeah, I'm the same after watching my favourite documentary in Space Jam.
Yeah.
That got me into basketball.
You've been into basketball for many years now.
Yeah, since 1996.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was watching the NBA playoffs. The timing's terrible though, because there's like night games there. It's like 2 in the morning here.
Yeah.
So when there's like 3 games a day, it's alright. You'll catch one.
It made me wonder though about the system that they play in terms of the finals. Is that something that could be brought into football?
Seven game leg.
Yeah.
They play very close together, like 2 days apart, don't they? So I don't think football would do that.
That was the other thing that amazed me, like the fitness of those athletes to play that many games. I know the games are shorter, obviously.
They never play the whole game though, do they?
No, it's
Like
sub
football,
on, sub off,
yeah.
Rolling subs.
Yeah.
But that's a hell of
Rubs is that.
82 games in a regular season as well. They play.
I know it's a lot.
It's a lot of that. I was impressed by the fitness of the players. So
They've had nothing to do though, have they?
Yeah, true. But even
They've
when
been resting,
in the,
primed.
in the documentary, like Jordan, for example, I think he's like 35, 36 in the final season.
Is he older or younger than Bugs Bunny then?
I was going to Bug Bunny's running circles around him.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. What do you think about like a 36-year-old football?
Rabbit. Oh.
36-year-old football player.
Charlie Adam, for example.
Yeah, would.
I think he's about 36.
No, I think he's 34.
He's not
now.
36.
No, he looks about 45, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he's born in 85.
One of my favourite things that my mum's ever done. I sent her a picture of Charlie Adam to ask how old she thought he was.
Yes.
And texted back with 52.
Oh,
I think he's younger than Ronaldo, you know.
is he?
They're both born in the same year.
Wow.
I have no doubt, but that's what an upbringing of deep fried Mars bars will do to a man's face and teeth.
But yeah,
Rough up in Scotland.
like a footballer at 36 wouldn't be running around the pitch like absolutely everywhere. You watch basketball, and like 36-year-old Scottie Pippen is just like bouncing around the place, like jumping around, sprinting everywhere. Just incredible fitness. I was very impressed with that. So yeah, that's the best thing that's happened to me this week. That joke and that documentary.
Yeah.
Worst
the
thing,
other side of the coin?
is once again the Cherokee. It's giving me night terrors. You know what's coming up, don't you?
We'll get onto that later. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it kind of takes me into the next segment of the podcast. But we've obviously got your best and worst.
We're out of order there, weren't we?
Yeah,
I can't segue into the Cherokee.
No, you go next, and I'll come back to my worst thing because it is
So,
obviously
my best thing, incredibly, seeing as it's not been mentioned since the first podcast, and now it's getting 2 mentions within 6 minutes, is I've got back into NBA Hang Time on the N64.
Oh, you were playing this, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
So my mate has dug the N64 out. I originally dug it out for our guest today because he was after one, and I was able to source him one.
I've never
Say
seen
it's
a
probably
man.
one of the nicest things anyone's ever done for me.
You were very well.
I've never seen a man so desperate as Hayhurst coming round at like 8 o'clock on a Sunday, desperate for an N64 controller.
I was absolutely gagging for it.
like rifling through my loft. He's like, have a look.
I was like, look, mate, let me just check the cables. What's their integrity? Is it going to conduct?
Yeah, so my mate game one, lent it to Matt. He couldn't get it working on his TV too good.
Yeah, too modern.
Yeah,
No,
which is
yeah.
not something you can say of my TV. So he brought it back round. My mate who lent it me sent me. I think he dug some other cables out for it, so he dropped them off. I got it working on my TV,
Yeah.
and then I've been on the Hang Time game. He came round. You spent a good hour on GoldenEye.
Easily.
Oh,
It
good.
was like muscle memory for me.
Yeah, he's brilliant on it. Then we played some NBA. You'd played the Hang Time game before or not?
I'd played it once or twice.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as I heard the NBA, hang time, I was like, there it is.
Yeah.
Memories.
So we played that, and I've been playing it on my own a bit as well. You can make your own character as well.
Oh,
you can just
excellent.
have like a chicken head and stuff. It's brilliant.
Not a rabbit head.
No. I think Jordan isn't in it.
Ah.
Isn't on the game because it was the year after he moved to the baseball.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know why the other big stars like Daffy Duck and Sylvester didn't get in it though. So
Elmer Fudd.
yeah. Maybe you have to unlock them or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, my highlight's been dusting the N64, getting
Wow,
back on that.
excellent.
Low light, my lock on my. You think yours is boring? Wait till you hear this. The lock on my front door is playing up.
Oh, that's quite spicy. That's quite dangerous.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
especially if it's sticking. There's that kind of do you or don't you twist.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I've been doing. So you put the key in, turn it, and sometimes the key just turns all the way around, and you can hear it like go past the lock,
Oh, yeah.
and it won't unlock it. So I thought I'd mastered it, where if you like put it in, put the key in, then just move it right to the bottom of the hole,
Yeah.
then turn. That seemed to
It's
work.
like Metal Gear Solid. Picking locks.
That worked, but then I tried that the other day and I was like locked out. But luckily, because it'd been a nice day, my back door was open, the patio doors, so I was able to get back in. So now I'm just having to. I've just left the front door as it is, and I keep going out the patio doors. But I forgot
Wide
once in the
open.
week. Yeah, yeah. Please, nobody, any burglars out there?
Where'd you live?
Yeah. I went out the other day.
Towers.
Yeah, went out the other day, forgot about it, went out the front door as you would naturally.
Yeah.
Went to the shop. This was like in the middle of the day when I should have been at work. Well,
Sorry, no
I've
one's
said it
listening.
now.
Don't worry, no one's
chance.
listening, mate. Don't
I
worry.
don't work for Richard Klaus, that's fine. Went out, came back in, forgot, and I was like trying the lock, like to ring my mum 'cause she's got a spare key.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, have you got a spare key? Yeah, can you drop it off? And then just as I was on the phone, I managed to somehow, through some magic combination, managed to get into it.
See, I'm
and unlock
intrigued
it,
now.
so-
Do you believe this is the key's fault or the door's fault?
Well, I
Yeah.
need that spare key to work out whether it's the lock or my key donor.
You've not just done something really simple like left a spare key in the back of it and you just can't unlock it.
No, like the latch. I've left the latch on. No, it doesn't. The key just spins and spins and doesn't.
Oh,
But then sometimes we'll do it. Maybe put some WD-40 in it or something.
that sounds like the kind of thing that happened on the Cherokee. That so.
Yeah,
not
so
the
you've got a
house.
lot of experience with it.
Absolutely.
How
yeah,
are
yeah.
the locks on the Cherokee?
One of the few things that work on it. However, obviously, as you probably may remember, there was a game, I think a Monday night game about 2 years ago, and the Cherokee, obviously, when you get out, it doesn't have central locking from the outside, but the inside it does. So you press a button, locks everything.
Yeah.
So I got into the habit of like parking up, turning off, pressing lock, so that I didn't have to remember to lock it, getting
I
out.
wouldn't worry about locking him. No one's going to nick it.
Well, it's more what's inside. Like my phone is worth more than that car,
Yeah.
so we don't want obviously,
Or if it should be shelter for a family of possums.
Yes, exactly. So I then shut the door and then realised I'd left the keys in the ignition. Obviously locked it. I just couldn't get back in. So I had to call the old man. He popped down, got the spare key off, said a few expletives, and then he was on his way.
And the car in question is. Have we got an update on it this week?
We have, yes.
And I said I couldn't segue back in, eh?
Oh, it's beautiful.
You did set me up, but
it's very good.
done well.
Yeah, smooth.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's smoother every time we mention it as well. It's good.
Not the way the Cherokee runs.
No, absolutely, dogged is how I describe it. It's running. It's
Go on then. What's happening this week with it?
Crunch time. So I had
Is that the gearbox?
Well, I had a golden 6 months where one of the few good things that the government have done is they extended the allowance of MOT.
Yeah, I just missed out. Mine was due in August.
Oh, good.
I missed it by like 2 weeks, I think.
It's a killer that. So I got a free 6 months MOT.
No, you didn't. You just had longer than what you originally paid for.
You got better value from it.
Correct.
Yeah, true, actually.
Your 35 quid lasted 18 months, not
Yeah.
12. Or you could say it's 35 quid for a month's MOT and you get 11 months free.
So
We'll get on to it's not free later.
my 18
sorry.
months MOT that I got then. That sound you can hear in the background, by the way, is just Matthew stoking the fire delightfully.
Yeah.
What I do.
It's lovely. It's just a nice ember at the minute. Anyway, 18 months of trouble-free motoring.
Yeah.
And it's due 4th of November. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't think night towers were a real thing, but they certainly are. They really, really are. I've started to kind of feel a bit apprehensive about the day. I don't know how much money it's going to cost.
Is it a weekday it's on?
Yes. So it's a drop-off in the morning.
Yeah.
And then go to work.
Cross your
and
fingers
then-
all day.
Absolutely, yeah. Panic. And then see what happens, really. Obviously, it's gone to the home of the stag mafia.
Do you want to give them a shout, the garage you were going to do the MOT?
I don't know, for legal reasons, I don't want to put them in a sticky situation.
If they pass it, we'll give them a shout.
Yeah,
The government
but
will
then
straight
again,
onto 'em.
yeah, that's it. I don't want to put them in a situation where
Yeah.
I might not get an MOT in the future. I think there's only one place I can take up an MOT, and I don't want to.
We won't let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah. But in positive news, to kind of counteract the negativity of the MOT, I've had 2 offers made for the Cherokee. So one at the
Scrap
SO
dealer?
garage. No.
Blind man?
SO garage down in. Don't want to reveal where I live. So the SO garage in England.
Your local SO garage.
My local SO garage. Was stood inside there. Chap came in, not wearing a mask, so straight I was obviously doing the middle class thing of, oh, God, who's this?
You're on red
Who's this?
alert.
Oh, God.
Sounds like the mask over his eyes.
Yeah, couldn't see a thing. And he, obviously, I was getting a negative vibe from him straight away. And then as I was paying, he just went, "Is that Jeep yours?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You selling it?" I was like, "Well, how much will you pay for it?" And he said, "What do you want for it?" And I said, I don't know. I said, it needs a lot of work. So straight away, I'm underselling it. I should have been like, "Yeah, absolutely, £500, go, just get rid of it."
She absolutely purrs.
Smooth runner.
And then he was keen. He was like, "Oh, if you ever change your mind, let me know." I was like, "I don't know who you are. How am I going to let you know?" And then again,
Keep going back to that SO garage at the same time every
Just in the
day
house.
till you bump into him again.
and then last Friday got home. A scrumpled, hastily written note was passed through the door. Said, "What are you doing with the Jeep?" It's an open question. That, I mean, it could be like, "What are you actually genuinely doing? Like, why are you
have you got it?
Yeah, like, do you know what you're doing with it? No, I don't. You know, so many layers to that question. Gave me his number. You actually did a bit of Googling, didn't you? Found out what the person does.
Yeah.
What was it?
Antiques dealer.
So why they're interested in that thing, I don't fucking know. Jesus Christ.
It's only 93, is it?
93 she is, yeah.
What's that, 27 years old? I don't think that's an antique, is it?
No, I wouldn't say so.
I know the antiques roaster is probably dumbed down, but they haven't dumbed down that much, sure.
Yeah.
I don't think Fiona Bruce would be...
You wouldn't see her dead in that, would you?
No,
Christ.
absolutely not.
Bloody hell. Yes, that's the Cherokee.
Yeah.
Doing
Quite the
well.
opposite. I think if I ever saw Fiona Bruce, I would expect her to be dead in that.
Yeah. It is the kind of car that, that kind of shit
That
would
could...
happen
The guy you bumped into at the garage and the guy with the note through the door could be the same guy.
And with a man with those
Yeah,
skills, who is that determined to get the Jeep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect to see the antique car dealership run by a young chap who looked about 21 wearing Armani though.
No, fair enough.
But I could be wrong. That's me being very stereotypical and prejudiced. So,
Or using the available evidence.
yes, absolutely. So, that's a Cherokee update. So,
So we've done quite a lot of the podcast now without mentioning anything to do with football.
Yep.
So,
Brought an hour, sorry.
sorry, mate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was squashed straight away, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just
Talking of squash, this week's pun 11
Oh yeah.
is the dessert 11.
Oh. What? Because you have a glass of squash with a dessert?
I don't know, that was pretty rubbish.
it was a terrible segue.
Gone downhill there. 4 out of 10.
I know, yeah, sorry.
Your other two so far today have been top
Yeah.
notch.
So, for example, Wes Brownie.
Okay, yeah. Any kind of dessert. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's not that many desserts, so I'll be fairly loose
Yeah,
with
true.
what you define as a dessert, I think.
Viennetta Czech.
Yeah,
Feta
feta, yeah, all right.
Feta Czech does work though, but again, would you have feta as a dessert?
Not
No.
as a dessert cheese.
Maybe
no.
on a
No,
cheese.
you don't get
Too
out of a
sharp.
cheese board, do you?
Yeah. Too sharp. Lovely description.
Yeah.
Eaten messy.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah,
You've announced yourself.
Yeah, I've
That's
gone
good.
straight in with that.
Musa Dembele.
Oh, very good.
I went
Which
Moussa.
Dembele?
I went Moussa creme brulee.
Oh, excellent. What form today?
Lovely.
Is there any 11 that man doesn't make it into?
Wow.
There's so much.
Yeah, there's a lot.
So many facets to his name.
It was like
Good
Newcastle.
word, facets.
It's a Newcastle player that always gets in.
Paul Dummett.
Paul Dummett. That's
I don't know if you'll get this one. Flaniel Agawillo.
I went Jacques Flam.
Yeah,
Oh,
good.
yes.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, I'm completely out now after
Yeah.
Viennetta Czech. All my effort went into
You got
getting
big on
Viennetta
there.
into one.
Okay.
So,
Well, we've got the rest of the podcast, so any spring to mind,
yeah, true. Yeah,
feel
yeah.
free to throw them in.
Yeah,
Strawberries and Ream.
Yeah, Tim Ream.
yeah,
That's
good.
good. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. It's good when you have silence on the podcast.
I know,
isn't it?
yeah.
Well, there's no silence tonight. It's a really good feature, this fire. I
Yeah.
feel like that added crackle, a bit
Yeah.
of atmosphere.
For all the listeners know, we could be sat
All
indoors.
the listeners.
Sorry, for all Rich Clowes knows,
Yeah.
we could be sat inside, just ignoring all the rules, with a YouTube video on crackling fire, 2
Yeah.
hours.
Can you get them?
Yeah, yeah.
I
I'll
think
just
my
pause it.
I don't think my wife will be able to smell crackling fire on YouTube.
There was a programme on BBC4 a while ago,
Hmm.
which was, I don't know if it was 2 or 3 hours of a camera on the front of a barge, and it was just the barge's journey for like
Wow.
2 hours.
Was it
That's what the licence pays money's
Sounds
going
good.
to
Yeah,
nowadays, mate.
absolutely.
Yeah.
compelling viewing?
So yeah.
Um,
So yeah, it was brilliant. 2 hours it was, just down Shropshire Union Canal it was.
any hairpins, anything like that? Any,
Don't know. You've hired a boat before, haven't you? A barge?
yeah, almost went down on one.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, Craig Parkinson. Never let that man behind the
Down
rudder.
the wheel? I don't know what
Yeah,
to say.
yeah.
In the stern? Is
If
that
only we
the...
had some sort of captain listening
The
who could
rudder.
text in. Yeah, rudder. Yeah.
You're in front of the rudder though, aren't you?
Oh, the rudder's a thing.
Yeah.
Bow? Is that the... Which end's that?
The back.
Starboard. Port.
Stern, I said. Is that...
Stern. Yeah.
Stern.
I guess.
The,
it could
the
be-
bow.
Rich Clouds
the
will be
bow is the
tearing his
front,
hair
surely.
out.
I'll tell you what, when we do the feature where we go onto Twitter and use the internet, we can have a little search there whilst you're on your phone.
I'll tell you that. We'll do that now then.
Go on then.
All right, then. So obviously normally we have Steve Mandanda in his Fiat Panda, but we've decided this series to take the feature a step further.
Yeah. Speaking of Steve, sorry to jump in there, I caught the end of Lyon against Marseille last
He's
week.
playing for Marseille.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah. Good to see him on screen. He was doing well.
he? Was the Panda there, or could you not see?
Well,
the
that's why
car
Lyon didn't
park?
score. Yeah, so I think it was a draw in the end. But
Was it?
Steve and his Panda did the job.
Good one. Clean sheet or just a
No,
score
1-1
draw?
I think it was.
So yeah, we've still got a soft spot for Steve, haven't we? As you've
Oh,
illustrated.
always, yeah.
But we've moved it on. Last time, who did we have last
Steve
time?
Moose.
Steve Bruce,
Well,
yes.
you can't go Moose again.
I didn't hear the first Moose.
Moose and Dembele.
Oh, that wasn't the Moose. I was.
He's
I had Moussa creme
I'll tell you
brulee in
what,
my head.
he's got poor podcast
Etiquette.
hasn't he? Yeah. he's
Porn
got-
etiquette.
When Steve Moose pops in your head, you can't hold that in.
Oh, was that just a fresh one? As
That was
well?
a fresh
Oh,
one.
that's
that
good.
just
Yeah,
popped
okay.
in,
I'll give you half a point.
because of the conversation about Steve and
Yeah.
Mandanda.
Half point to
I
Bell
won't
as well.
hold
if
it
you're
against you
listening.
too much then.
Okay, thanks.
So normally we have Steve Mandanda in the
Yeah,
Panda. Last week we had.
The Paulo Freire and his Ford Sierra.
Was that last week?
Well, I think we said we were going to do it this week.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
But then
turns out Paulo Freire doesn't have Twitter.
So you've actually done some. Just shows kind of work that goes into the podcast. You found that out, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we've Paulo's out, but another Chelsea defender is in, a
Yeah.
current one, Kurt Zouma, in his
Cougar.
Ford Puma.
Oh, Puma, of course. Very good. Hey Hurst, give me a day.
Tuesday.
That's the day we look on Kurt Zouma's Twitter and see what he was doing on that day in his 4 Puma.
It's almost like you've
so
not listened to
sometimes-
one of these podcasts before.
Almost.
Right,
Okay.
Tuesday, give me a number.
doesn't have to be a
But I don't.
Tuesday.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be a
Oh, yeah,
Tuesday
of
because
course.
I'm not going to be able to track that in my brain.
This is very true.
So I will
But
go.
imagine though, if you actually got the right day of the right number. I think how happy you'd be if you said Tuesday the 17th of September and it actually was a Tuesday the 17th of September.
Okay. I think I know a day.
Go on.
I'm going to go Saturday,
Oh,
the 13th of October,
okay.
2018.
Ooh.
I think that was a Saturday.
Lee.
Which days did you say, sorry?
Saturday.
Which number?
Saturday the 13th of October.
13th of October 18.
18.
Okay.
Normally whilst he does this...
While you scroll, I've thought of Benito Panettone
Oh, very good. Yeah,
as one as well.
Sheffield Wednesday legend.
Ian Scone.
He's
Oh, that's good.
This is normally where I talk about benicophobia whilst Lee does this and how he's getting on.
How is he
Well-
getting on?
I don't actually know. I've
Good content there.
yeah, I've not. He's not played for
he's-
Stoke for a while. I think he's gone out on loan again.
Is he at Bristol again?
I don't know.
I
Maybe.
thought he got abroad on loan.
Yeah, it feels like he's not in the UK anymore.
Oh.
I think you're right.
Sounded very British there.
Didn't it? Yeah.
Gone abroad.
Gone abroad. Yeah, shame though, Big Bennick.
Yeah. However,
Yeah, so that awful happened to him though, didn't it?
Yeah, his
Yeah,
daughter lost his
so,
daughter.
Really awful.
Yeah, shame that.
Well, that was uplifting.
I know. Yeah.
well, hopefully Kurt Zouma can uplift us
Ooh.
with his tweet from the 12th of October 18.
That'll
That's the
do.
closest I can get.
Was that a Friday?
Yeah.
For context, Lee just did a
It's
shrug.
yeah, the Alan Partridge
Yeah,
in the
that's
restaurant
right.
shrug. He's tweeted in French.
Was that to translate?
No, it says
Good.
Heureux devoir pour rejouer avec si Malio.
Some
Play Mali. They played Mali in a friendly.
Peru versus Mali in a friendly.
He's playing for France. They've got their away kit on. He just
Okay.
put some pictures up. Might have been his debut.
I thought he played before.
Playing
Question actually.
Iceland
Okay.
away.
In the Euros?
No, it's October, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm a bit confused because he's in his away kit and the stadium looks quite small, but it says France all over it.
It was like an under.
It could be an under-21s game.
He's not like that. He's from mid 20s.
He's Stoke for a year, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, no, he must be too old from the 21 in 2018.
Yeah, it must be like 23, 24.
Yeah.
Now, sorry.
So I'd say
So
he's
maybe
playing
he
for the
could-
French full team. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Well,
He's
playing
got like the
football.
hand praying, then the French tricolour after it.
Okay.
Didn't say flag there. Tricolour.
That's good, that,
that's
yeah,
good,
yeah.
isn't
That's good. So he was playing. We know an answer there.
He was doing a game.
it? Devoir. Anyone know what that means? DAVOIR. Rejouer will mean play, won't it?
Yeah.
Play
tomorrow,
with, avec, play with
my friends, colleagues.
MAILLOT. CE could be my, yeah. Honour will be HEUIEUX.
I'll tell you what. If we
So
got,
that'll be honour to play with my could be brothers.
I bet there'll be some French-speaking listeners just tearing their hair out
Yeah.
at this.
Firstly, my pronunciation, and then my translation after it.
It's probably like so wrong as well. It'd be like,
Yeah.
enjoy my chocolate brownie tonight
There's
after the game.
Here's a picture of the football.
there is two comments under it in English. One by Andre McFarlane.
Right.
Says, deserved, glad to see you where you belong on top. And then
Hang on, is that from the game or from another video we've seen?
I don't know what he's been up to off the pitch. Second one, get in, happy lad. This is what Everton can do.
Everton.
Yeah, he
He was
went
on-
on
he was
loan
on
to
loan at
Everton
Everton,
as well.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So yeah, he's been
God,
playing for
completely
France. He's
forgot
very
that.
pleased about it. Put
He's
some
been all
pictures
over the
up.
league.
Wow, I genuinely forgot that he played at Everton.
Yeah. So that's what
Big
because he was
Kirsten,
up to finish for Puma. And imagine if the game was away from home, to get from the hotel to the ground, probably would have done the coach, not in the Puma.
I don't know. He seems like a grounded guy. Like when he was at Stake, he was like.
How do you get to the coach? I don't imagine the coach goes around their houses. Although I like that image now, and I would be really disappointed if that's not what happened.
Yeah.
Is a Ford Puma
Trying to do it like a U-turn, like down the like a cul-de-sac.
Is a Ford Puma a 2-seater or a 4-seater? 5
I believe they've now bought out a new Puma, haven't they?
Have they?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
and that's the one with the new annoying headlights that just look like 2 lines that have been randomly allocated.
I've not seen one.
I think the old ones, there were seats in the back, but they were mainly for decoration.
Yeah.
would have been all right in them. You not so
Very
much.
much like the seats in the back of a tram stack.
Yeah. They had a big boot though, the Puma, because it was
Did
like
they?
the coupe shape.
Yeah, and
So
the
the
whole
boot was
boot
massive.
came-
Like the whole back
yeah.
windscreen was quite long, wasn't it? I think it was just a Fiesta underneath. The chassis was like a Fiesta.
a glorified
And then it
Ford
was
Fiesta.
just like the interior's the same thing. They just got the coupe model, like body silhouette almost on top of it. Same as a Tigra on like for a Corsa.
I'll tell you what, for a football podcast, we are doing remarkably well at avoiding talking about football.
Yeah.
We've got some good knowledge between us here. Some good knowledge.
Lee Spotted Dixon.
Nice.
Mint Dempsey.
Mint Dempsey. I just feel like a spare party, other than Viennetta Czech. I almost forgot it then.
Meringue Di Maria.
Oh! Good.
Good.
That's nice.
I mean, meringue, to get meringue in is impressive. I've got one as well, but it's not as good as yours, so it's good.
I think we need to find out if one of us is
Steve
alive.
Moranger in his beer.
Remember Angel Rangel who played, you don't say it like that, right back. First
Marangle
Swansea.
Wrangle.
Yeah. I didn't know whether to get meringue in for his first name or his second.
Yeah.
Wrangle,
Could have been
Wrangle.
either. But yeah, not as good.
I think we need to find out if one of us is a liar.
I'm going to have to roll back slightly.
Oh, go on.
With the COVID rules now,
Oh, yeah.
obviously, I know from listening to a few podcasts, in the lower leagues at least, teams, they can't go on a coach to the game.
Right.
They have to drive themselves there.
Okay.
If that's the case at Chelsea, he will be driving
He
the
will
Puma,
be, yeah.
and there won't be a coach.
So it will be. That's a genuine
Yeah.
official round, sponsored by Ford with a
Sounds like
patented
it. Yeah.
front heated windscreen.
Well, you're after a Ford, so with this,
Yeah.
now we've picked him up on here, they might do your deal.
Could drop that. Could be it.
I agree, though. Let's find out which of us is a liar.
Yes.
So this is the best named feature.
It's good, isn't
I
it?
think.
I'm really happy with this.
Yeah, I'm very much pleased with
I
the
like-
Hooth, the whole Hooth, and nothing but the Hooth.
Yes. There we go. You go first because you've got yours up with you.
Right, this is for both of you then. You can discuss it between yourselves or come to your own conclusions.
So just to clarify, are we looking for the one Hooth
There is one Hooth,
and then two?
That is the whole hoof.
and that Hooth is the Hooth, the whole Hooth, and nothing but the Hooth.
Yeah, good. And
Yeah.
two,
The other two are false.
two false. Okay, got you.
Right, I've only got one this week,
That's fine.
but you've got one as well, haven't you?
Mm.
So, 3 options.
Yeah.
A. Ian Wright once appeared in an advert for the Dubai Tourist Board.
That seems entirely
False.
believable.
B.
Yeah.
Tony Yeboah now runs a chain of hotels in Ghana.
Fuck off. That's amazing. I want that to be true so much. Why has he gone to,
See?
why has he gone to Ghana?
I can't imagine a world where that's
I
not
know.
true.
Where was he from?
Ghana.
Is he Ghanaian?
Yeah.
I don't. I thought he was like, no.
Like Tunisian, and he's just set up in Ghana, isn't
Is
he?
he one of those that went into politics? Is he not?
Like George Weah.
George
George
Weah.
Weah.
That's I think in Libya.
You can get looking under Gaddafi.
Yeah, true.
See, Gaddafi's son played for Perugia.
Did he?
He was hopeless, apparently. He just definitely would have, I don't know, severed trade links with Italy if Perugia didn't pick him. But
Very
yeah, he
much
was on the books for a bit.
Very much like Anthony Pulis playing for Tony
Yeah.
Pulis.
So Ian Wright, Yeboah. C. Paolo Di Canio was banned for playing for Italy for 18 months after comparing national team boss Arrigo Sacchi to Mr. Bean in a post-match interview.
I reckon that's true.
That could easily again
Yeah.
be true.
So, again, 1 is true, 2 are false, because this is the Hooth, the whole Hooth,
And
nothing but
yeah.
the Hooth. So you can either come with the same answer or different answers.
I think the
I don't
Ian
mind.
Wright one, should we work together on this?
Yeah, absolutely,
There's some toughies in there.
Mm.
I think the Ian Wright one is entirely plausible.
Yeah.
However, they've just interchanged the player for Ian Wright because didn't Michael Owen do that helicopter
Oh, he
video?
did. Yeah.
I
Why
don't know
would
whether
he?
or not that was a Dubai tourist board or not?
Because is Ian Wright too early for when Dubai became quite a popular place?
Thing.
Good. Yeah. Good. Because it could be. Yeah. Good line of thinking.
So I think there's some Hooth in there, but it's not the whole Hooth and nothing but the Hooth.
Yes. I think the Di Canio one is definitely true because I don't see how Lee would create that fiction.
But that's the
It's a
exact
piece
sort of thing I
fiction.
would expect Lee to be able to come up with.
I don't know.
If there's a man with the creativity to do it, Lee is the man to do
Yeah.
that.
too
Despite
detailed.
not working in a creative industry at all,
No.
Yeah.
I do back myself when it comes to that.
I think that's too detailed. And sounds
Well,
like
you
they
said that last time about Davos stealing those coins off the aeroplane.
that was good. That
and that came back to smack you in the face, didn't
true.
it?
Maybe I shouldn't do this round. I should just listen to you.
But the Canio is ridiculously outspoken.
Yeah.
Also fascist.
Also, with the views that he's outspoken with are fucking terrible.
Yeah. yeah. I desperately want the hotel one to be true.
Me
Tony
too.
Bell's hotel.
Like I said when he said it, I can't imagine that not being the whole Huth
Yeah.
and nothing but the Huth. However, is it too easy for this? It's too plausible.
He knows that we like African football.
That's it.
That's
Because
why
And
he
he
who,
got
got
who doesn't like Tony Yeboah?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
me, because he scored one of his wonder goals against Liverpool.
You've got
Yeah,
to stand
sure,
back and
yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
don't
it
you?
was absolute crack.
Right, I'm going to say that the Ian Wright one is false.
I'm also going to back that.
Yeah, that's my final answer.
Only one's true though.
So that's not the
Oh,
game.
don't-
So you cross that one off. That's fine.
I made this round. I don't understand it.
I think the rules may have changed since the last podcast. To be fair,
I don't know what I've done for mine. I think I've got 3 falses for mine. So we need to pick the truth. Yeboah, true. I want it to be true, but I'm going with emotion here, not head. Help me out, come on.
I'm going to Canio Huth.
Oh,
you can have different answers. That's fine.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
of
yeah,
course.
because we're covering all
Oh,
bases.
yeah,
then.
yeah, right,
I'll
We've
say-
decided Ian Wright is not the Huth.
Yeah, yeah.
So you hit the Yeboah,
yeah.
I'll hit
I
the
think
Canio.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeboah is the Huth, the whole Huth, and nothing.
I mean,
but the Huth.
And you think Canio
The
is
Canio,
Huth.
yeah.
So first of all, Ian Wright one is false, and between
Nice.
you, your logic was absolutely spot on. It was Michael Owen
Good.
in the helicopter. I did change his name out for Ian Wright, as you suspected, and your stat about Ian Wright being at his peak before Dubai was really became what it is today.
Yeah,
Probably is true because the Owen one would have been early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, it's finished then, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
winding
Yeah.
down at Celtic and West
Tell you
Ham.
what, we're not bad between us.
No, that's really
Yeah.
good.
Logic
Obviously, one of you
the
is
shit
wrong.
out of that, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
So the Canio one, comparing the national managers to Mr. Bean, is false.
Ah.
But where we fell down with this one is that we didn't know what that manager looked like
Yeah.
to be able to cross-check
Yeah,
whether or
true.
not that's true.
Yeah. So the truth is Tony Yeboah.
The what?
That's true.
The-
Oh,
the-
excellent.
Tony Yeboah
The what?
having a chain of hotels is the Huth,
Oh,
The whole
whole
Huth.
Huth.
I was going to say,
and
yeah.
nothing
yeah.
but the Huth.
See,
Now-
that my initial reaction to that is I can't imagine a world where that's not the Huth.
And you were spot on.
Yeah.
So my third one around the Canio was another one which was amended. So substitute out De Canio for Adrian Mutu, an absolute cannon, I think, by
Yeah.
all accounts.
Yeah.
It wasn't a post-match interview, it was a Facebook post. So when I've changed to Canio, I've had to change the Facebook thing as well because Facebook wasn't around then.
Yeah.
So Adrian Mutu compared his national manager, can't remember, don't know what his name is, a Romanian guy, to Mr. Bean in a post-match
nice.
interview. In a Facebook post,
So
and he
you-
was banned for playing for Romania for a year.
You've got a good way of doing it. You get a real story, then change it. Whereas
Yeah.
I just come up with something that's obviously unbelievable. So it's going dead easy for you.
Yeah. But again, like I said before, I'll back myself in the creative industries.
Yeah, true. Right, I'm going to try and remember mine off the top of my head, so that's probably going to make it even worse. Oh no, here we are. Right. Number 1, Philip Albert now runs a successful fruit and veg company.
We'll work together again.
Yeah.
B, Jeff Whitley sold my brother a car.
Right.
And then C, and just to let you know, 2 of these are true.
Okay, so it's the opposite to
Yeah,
mine.
So both that
that's
you
why I got
read out so
confused.
far.
2 are true, 1's false. You're trying to find the false one for me.
Okay.
Sorry, 2 are the Huth, the whole Huth, and
Nothing but the Huth.
Huth. And then C, Christian Karembeu has set up a dating app which targets over 60s.
Like that. Right. I know that Jeff Whitley now sells cars.
So Jeff Whitley is clearly sold.
But I
His
just
brother.
sold
Well,
a car for
does
my
he
brother,
know? Yeah. Does he know?
Well, considering he didn't, he's been so admirable of how you come up with them, and
Yeah,
he's just said
I could have just absolutely put an absolute curve.
Yeah,
on
but
it.
as
a
he
bit of
just,
subterfuge.
yeah, as he just tried to stitch us there.
No, I think Jeff Whitley has certainly
Yeah, I don't think he's clever enough to realise that and then add on the brother
Yeah.
as a curveball.
Yeah. Turns out Jeff Whitley sold him the Jeep.
So Whitley's true.
Whitley's true.
Karembeu's date map. Well, what was the first one?
What was the first one?
Philip Albert now runs a fruit and veg shop.
He knows how much I like Philip Albert.
But also, Christian Karembeu came up an awful lot over lockdown.
He's got an incredibly attractive missus.
Does he seem the kind of guy that would set up a dating app, Christian Karembeu? That's the kind of question you got to be asking yourself.
I don't know the man.
I feel like
he was tenacious.
Yeah.
Played for me. He had a big floppy hair, didn't he?
Mm.
Alessandro Strudel Piero. That's terrible.
What else have I got?
So I think Albert, fruit and veg. He's Belgium, wasn't he? Fruit and veg stores in stalls. You get them in Belgium, or is that just a British thing?
I feel like that's it. I feel like that might be more of a thing in Belgium.
I'm certainly not a very well-travelled man.
I have gone to Belgium.
Did you see any fruit and veg stores? Were any being marketed?
No, but I imagine if people went to any part of England, they wouldn't see lots of fruit and veg stores.
No, just the East End of London.
Yeah, I don't understand how he would become a successful fruit and veg. But equally,
shit.
This is why people leave it to me, Johnny.
Oh, yeah. Just for context, I'm trying to keep the fire going.
If there's a house fire in Huff tonight, this is the culprit.
Build a house for some of the things that he's just put on.
Yeah, some good wood on there. Right, what are you going
I've
for?
got wood there.
4x4s.
So it's Karembeu or Albert to be the other truth,
Yeah.
the whole hoof, and nothing but the hoof.
Well, do you want to go Albert and I'll go Karembeu as a lie? Because for me, Karembeu's come too much in my life for it to just be coincidence.
He came up in the quiz we did in lockdown, didn't he? As one of
came
the
up as the
hangman.
quiz as the hangman. He came up in the games that we watched.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Twice.
Right, I'll go with Karembeu as well then.
Right, let's stick with Karembeu.
You think that's true or false?
We think the hoof, the whole truth, the whole hoof, the hoof, the whole hoof, and nothing but the hoof is Karembeu and Whitley.
So you think false is Philip Albert's
fruit and veg store, yeah.
Right, Philip Albert does run the fruit and veg business,
but it isn't successful.
It said successful online.
I'd love it if that's what made it a lie. He runs it, but it's shit.
He's on his knees. He owes the Belgian bank a lot of money. Jeff Whitley sold a Mark IV Astra to my brother. In fact, my brother wasn't there for the sale. I actually was there and drove it home.
I was going to say, is your brother into football at all to know who Jeff Whitley is?
No, I don't think so.
Did he play for Stoke?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Whitley,
on loan.
brother.
Yeah, yeah. I think my brother played for Stoke on FIFA 2001.
Yeah, he had a trial at Ipswich, didn't he?
Oh, everyone has.
Yeah.
Who hasn't? And then false, Christian Karembeu does not run a dating app for over 60s.
Is it over 65s?
It's over 61s. It's like James Vaughan for Boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, good round that. I like that.
Yeah, that's my. I know we've come with a lot of good features between us, but that may well be my favourite.
If only there was like a TV show that could do that kind of round.
Gatto Nihibbet.
Gatto Nihibbet. Very nice.
Angle Wrangle Delight.
Keep going back to it. Work it.
Surely Juan Pablo Angel Delight.
Yeah, that's much better. I couldn't get Angle Wrangle out there.
Yeah, it's hard. Good. Talking of good features, now my ultimate favourite
You do
feature,
like this, don't you?
the Jonathan Mottram Media Watch.
I've struggled this week, I'll be honest with you, but we'll see how it goes. I think the reason why I'm struggling is because the media are obviously listening to the podcast and they're trying to sharpen up their act.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, this lemon Fanta's lovely.
It's great, isn't it? I'm on the Pepsi Max. So, right. Good sauces this week, actually.
Go on.
Good sauces.
HP?
Brown?
No, we had a bit of... what's that white sauce we had on the chicken wings tonight? I always forget what it's called.
Bread sauce. Oh, Louisiana hot.
Yeah, it's like a mild white sauce. You have it with...
This is a joke.
No, it's genuinely a real thing. I just never know what the name
Sounds
is.
like a sour.
Like a sour sauce, maybe?
Sour cream.
No. Anyway, that was a terrible part of the podcast. Let's move on. From wolves.co.uk, like the genuine Wolves website.
Is that the Wolves football team or the
dogs.
animal?
Yeah, it's run by some Huskies, I think, this website. Wolves.co.uk, football team.
Right.
I wonder if you can hear us, though, the crackling of the fire. Ennis completes loan switch.
What, she moved from Santander to another high street bank with a loan? I don't think she'd need a loan, would she?
I don't know if she's still competing or not.
I think she got enough sponsorship where she wouldn't need a loan.
I think
Obviously
the loan,
not.
yeah, she shouldn't need a loan switch.
No.
I would assume Santander would sort her right out.
I
Yeah,
think
she has a very
Hayes
favourable rate.
is about to set on fire. This is literally sparks everywhere. This is quite worrying.
I mean, it doesn't work over audio-only podcast, does it?
No, absolutely.
You're describing the fire.
We need to...
I think they can hear it hitting the screen.
It's very hot. My phone might be melted. The table that the phone is on could be about to set on fire.
Now.
It'll be fine.
I should set the GoPro up next time so we can film it.
Yeah, but then just take the footage and not show it to anyone like you do with the football every week.
Hey, I post a goal every week.
You post mine. It would have been really easy to find. It was in about 30 seconds.
Today?
Yeah.
The camera's upside down. I'll have a look after. It'll be on there.
Oh, yeah. I'll still be able to appreciate it. The Topo Co.
Nothing wrong with them.
Number 2, Sky Sports. Genuine source.
Go on.
Where will Party fit in at Arsenal?
I'm assuming on their birthdays.
I thought that.
Yeah. Or Christmas as well.
Yeah.
I'm a bit intrigued as to why the Arsenal aren't a club that are exactly on the ascension right now, are they? So I think for me they should be focusing on...
Ascension?
Ascension, yeah, like moving
Ascendancy.
up. Ascendancy. What did I say?
Ascension, like Jesus.
I think ascension's a word, isn't it?
Ascension is a word. I
Yeah,
think
well, we could do with an English teacher there to clarify.
I'm off,
Yeah.
off duty. Off duty. Come on, give me a break.
You just outed his profession as well. Well, we say profession.
Yeah, true. Hobby.
Shit, yeah.
I think they should be focusing on like winning games rather than...
Well, you
Organising
can't party
parties.
at the moment because you can't get...
Yeah, they can't get
True.
enough people to come.
Yeah. So, and the last one...
Irresponsible all round, really.
Absolutely. Maybe...
Also, they shouldn't be spending money on parties when they're laying off staff left, right and centre.
Oh, the...
Poor
That's-
Gunnosaurus.
Yeah.
I was pleased he got rid of him. Jesus Christ.
Didn't like Sevilla sign him up though straight away
Yeah.
or something like that?
Yeah.
That's great, that, isn't it?
I
I
think
think Mesut Ozil offered to pay his wages.
He's just been frozen out of the team now.
Yeah.
Oh, training with a dinosaur and stuff.
I think Sevilla's like somebody tweeted like if your team could sign anyone on deadline day, who would it be? And Sevilla's like English Twitter account just put the tweet and then the retweet around it with the comment. It was just a Gunnosaurus picture.
Gunnosaurus just looking really sad.
Yeah,
though.
just like head down.
It's like that.
But yeah, that's a terrible mascot.
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it?
What's the Stoke one?
Hippopotamus.
Not,
hell.
there's two of them.
Yeah, there's a
Is that
family,
Abdullah Feck?
Yes. Andy Wilkinson's testimonial. What a man.
Yeah. What about Preston?
Detailed duck.
A duck, not Daffy.
He was
Turning out for the Preston basketball team.
he was the stand-in on Space Jam.
The unused
the
sub.
stuntman.
Last one from Sky Sports. 2 words this. Kane evolving. I thought he'd retired.
I haven't watched wrestling for years, to be fair. Is he still in it?
I thought he retired long ago.
He must be old.
It must be still
Well, if he's that's
choke
why he's
slamming
evolving.
away.
Yeah.
Surely.
That's why he's evolving, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Friends with the Undertaker, Kane, isn't he? He crops up quite a lot in our summer
Brothers,
quizzes.
brothers, isn't he?
Yeah. That's it, Media Watch.
Disappointing this week, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I should take the blame, but at the same time, I can't take the blame for media.
A slow
content.
news week.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, you can only work with what you've got, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, if only it was like a transfer deadline day or something, might make
Yeah.
it a bit easier. But,
Or an international break.
Yeah, maybe the international breaks killed you.
yeah, true. Poor time on the podcast this, but anyway, on to the
All right.
final.
Yeah, you'll be glad
segment.
to know.
My favourite round because genuinely I get to answer a question that I don't know the actual answer to.
Also, there'll be an independent adjudicator this week. Not adjudicator, but someone,
Yeah,
an impartial entity this week to see which side of the coin he's going to fall on. You
Right.
don't fall on the side of a coin, do you? The side of a fence.
Before I explain this one,
Tiramisu? Mutu? Tiramisu?
There we are.
I had Kurt Zouma.
That's
Ooh,
much better.
pushing it.
Yeah.
Was that absolutely
I love
full?
that transitions both names as well. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
that's good, isn't it?
Was
Yeah.
that just straight after the Puma you found on the Auto Trader?
Yeah.
Right, this one. I'm going to have to explain this one because I'll be honest with you, I don't understand this.
That's nothing new when it comes to the not free. You've shown time and time again you don't understand how
Well, no, the other ones I felt
what
like...
free means.
Put it this way, the other ones I knew how to argue my case for them. This one I don't know how to argue my case because I don't actually understand it.
Okay.
Right.
Away you go then.
Iceland are doing a
Yeah.
deal.
I've seen
Right.
this.
Yeah,
I'm all
but
over this.
it's hard though.
Yeah.
When so Iceland are doing a deal where you buy a pack of 4 deep dish pepperoni pizzas, and within the pack you then get 2 extra pizzas free, and it says £1.50 per pack, and then it says you get 100% extra free.
Does that mean... Right, so
And
that,
but
none of that adds up.
I'm finished yet.
Wait,
There's
I'm
the
just,
same-
I'm
there's
just
the
talking
same-
about
Wait,
the, I'm just talking about the maths.
There's the same deal with 4 cheese pizzas. I don't know if that means 4 cheese pizzas or 4 cheeses on the pizza. See what I mean? It's
There's
a
so
minefield,
much that
this.
doesn't stack up.
That's unclear,
So,
the
so the
last-
way you read that out,
I mean, he's probably read it out wrong.
I heard it as like there's a deal on a 4-pack of pizzas.
Yeah, so 4 deep.
Let's break it down. Just do
You,
like
you
one
said 4 pack
section
of
at a
pizzas,
time.
and you said, and you get an additional 2 free pizzas. So for me, that's 6 pizzas.
Well, this is the thing that confuses. I don't know because I've looked at the advert and I've literally written down what's on the advert.
Go
So
on then.
4. So on the advert,
So-
there's a box, and on the box it says 4 deep dish pepperoni
Right, so
pizzas.
we'll stop there. So in the pack there
Yeah.
is 4.
Yes, but then it says on the box within that you get 2 extra pizzas free.
Yeah, so that to me says like normally there's 2 in a pack because I think I've seen them,
Right? Yeah.
and now there's not 2 in a pack. There's 4 in a pack.
But-
So the picture you've seen is the pack inclusive
Yeah.
of the extra pizzas.
But that's not clear, is it? The pizza.
Without the picture, no.
Yeah. Confusing, isn't it?
But you'd never see the advert without the picture.
True. But then it then says
Go
they
on.
are £1.50 per pack.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then the offer, the percentage, it says you get 100% extra free.
That backs all I was saying, where you did have 2 and now you got 4.
Yeah.
So originally they're 2.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I only know that because I have bought them before.
Oh, have you? What do they
Yeah.
like?
Free.
Good to have a free meal?
Okay, I struggle with pizzas because I usually burn the top of my mouth with the cheese.
Oh, right.
And I've
Which
seen-
cheese out of the 4?
That's another thing. So, but with those ones, I think it was worse. That might be just me being greedy.
True. Aren't these the ones that have got like the side?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
like
a pie
like a
almost.
quiche.
Yeah, quiche.
Not a
That's a
fan of
better
that. Not a fan of that.
one.
to be
They are
honest with
nice.
you. Yeah.
So yeah, that sounds like you get. Normally it's £1.50 for 2, and now it's
Yeah.
£1.50 for 4. There's nothing free in there.
Because I don't know. If I went and bought that deal, I don't know if I'm coming in with 8 pizzas, 12 pizzas. So, it's not clear, is it?
It's
me,
clear with the
could-
picture.
Because they're all in the pack. It's not free.
But it's definitely not free. That's
It's not as
free
if I
game.
can open the pack, take 2 out, and wander off.
Well, if you read the box, you could do.
Exactly,
It's just
yeah.
2 free. So I'll have the
I
2 free
think
ones
Iceland might have qualms with that then.
Yeah, and it's this deal all over Iceland.
Yeah, I think the whole country.
Yeah,
So I don't know how they're making money. The economy must be on its knees. To be
yeah.
fair.
I mean, especially after COVID.
Yeah. 50 years of Iceland, by the way. Just a shout out to them.
The country or the supermarket.
Country. I don't know how the supermarket do. But,
50 years.
50 years, yeah. Iceland's been going for 50 years.
So what was it before?
Been going like they're going to break up.
Yeah. Let's not take that.
No, 50 years. That's impressive, that. Selling frozen goods to
Impressive
the
that
whole
they're
world.
beating
Oh, not
England
the
at major
country.
tournaments.
No, yeah, the
Supermarket chain.
supermarkets.
Yeah, so what's that, 1970?
70, yeah, bang on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good going, isn't it?
It's all right, isn't it? Almost as good going as this podcast, which is now
Drinking
drawing to a
50
close.
years, this will be still going.
Do you think? Could be. Pint of mild in the elephant.
How old will we be? Oh, old.
81, I'd be.
I'll be 82.
It's doable.
Or would you be 80?
80.
So how old would your son be then? He's 29 now. And on that gag, thanks for listening.
Yeah. Thanks
you-
well done for getting to the end.
Hope you made it safe home, Klaus. That's very poorly worded. Hope you made it home safe, Klaus.